Hey guys, Death Condor and Vape666 here. I'm just going to show you a few new enhancements that we've made today. Best thing to start with at the moment is we've got ourselves some new skins. Very easy to do. Just download one of the free skins online or make your own from one of the templates and upload them to your Mojang profile. So go to minecraft.net/profile. Mine's a custom fire mage with a condor face, yeah. And we have Vape with his lovely stormtrooper outfit. I've customised mine, so on the back I've got my initials. Just done in, I think it was paintbrush. Anyway, easy. Nice and easy to do and nice and customisable. Check the other. Unfortunately, the other items that you wear do go over it, so it slightly spoils it. The next one to investigate is capes, but I've been failing miserably with that. So, okay, welcome. Here is our nuclear reactor. It may look very familiar. We've totally and utterly copied Direwolf's lovely nuclear reactor, but we don't have. Today's the 22nd, so yesterday Red Power pre-release 6 was released, and I've downloaded it, but not installed it yet because I didn't want to break anything, because it's for Minecraft 1.4.6, whereas Feed the Beast at the moment I think it's still 1.4.2, so we're still waiting for that to come through the Feed the Beast launcher. I might try getting it working, but at the moment we just want to play. So at the moment what we've got is everything's manually operated. We've got the do you like the name? Do you get it? Oh, very good. We've got the reactor just set up on the central core here, and it's still set up with the Generation 2 nuclear reactor, so it should never explode. And it's charging this box, but again I've just manually broken the normal redstone. That's full of power, so that's all we really need, to be honest. We've got legitimate ultimate lap packs which hold a full 10 million. So all we do is we run over here, chuck them in to recharge. Only takes a couple of minutes to recharge them. It's very quick, and then the reactor can charge them up again, charge the MFSU up. Very quick, very simple, without any chance of explosion. We did test the explosion last time, and that was rather devastating for this area here. Right, so if we pop through back to our base. For some reason. Here we have our new little discovery, which is a new portal to the Twilight Forest. It was quite easy to make. You just dig yourself a little one deep hole, 2x2, create yourself an infinite water source. Then you put natural items around the outside. So basically we've put, and this is all Vape's choice, lovely pink flowers, but you can use mushrooms and flowers and anything like that. And then once you've done that, basically take a diamond and throw it into the water and stand back. It does come down with the lightning strike, which can damage you, but then the portal activates, and if you jump into the portal, it takes you to an entirely new area, similar to the End World or the Nether, called the Twilight Forest, and it's a lovely place. It's the whole place is quite eerie. It stays at twilight permanently, and it's kind of misty and stuff like that. Very little mobs attack you. It's quite safe, we found. And we flew around in creative just to have a look, and there is some amazing things in there. There's garden mazes with chests and spiders, and all the animals are different. You've got vicious wolves, you've got squirrels, you've got bucks, you've got boars, you've got hidden little purple elephant men hidden in dungeons. The dungeons are fantastic. There is an end castle where, the Lich hides, which is fantastic. It's just amazing to go and look at. Whoever's created it, I mean, hats off to them. I love the place, and we do want to spend more time going around there, don't we?
Well, we're thinking it'd be quite a good inner place, aside from obviously the diamond to create the portal, but it would be a good place to start off for its safety factor and the fact that you can still get everything in there.
Yeah, indeed. Okay, so onwards. Our next mad little project. We've been doing fairly big quarries. You know, we did a 64 by. In fact, I'm going to fly over there. I'll meet you over there. We've been doing. We need lots of mats for this map, and we've been doing. You know, we started off at small quarries and ended up doing a 32 by 32 and then a 64 by 64. And oh, it's just rendering in the distance. So what we did here was some little test bores down there. I say little, quite big. And then we did another relatively big chunk. And then we went for the full 64 by 64. I think it actually gives you 62 by 62. So it's quite a big hole. And me being me, I thought, let's ramp it up a bit. So we've gone for 4 effectively 64 by 64 quarries, all based around a central processing area. And it took us a long time to get this working, because every time I placed the markers, they placed them wrong, and it placed the quarry over the central area and destroyed itself. So keep that in mind. It's rather frustrating. The markers don't always work properly, or at least they may work properly, I just don't understand them. So what we've had to do is set ourselves up here, a 3 wide strip that's the safe area with all of the 4 quarries, all the electric motors. We've got a couple of ultimate hybrid solar panels which hold a lot of energy, so it keeps running through the night. Obviously that's 512 EUs per tick, so we've got an HV transformer down, an HV and an MV transformer down there. All of those are wired up. We've got a funky little lighthouse, that was just aesthetics. We've got ourselves a world anchor down there to keep it all running. So there you go, 4 64 by 64 quarries all running together, and yes, the server is groaning. We're running the server on my computer, and it's got a 2 gig of RAM assigned to it, and it is eating through the stuff. But the interesting thing, and I'm gonna let Vape tell you about this one, is a little thing he's just found out. We've been killing all the cobble up to now in a lava pit, and we've just found a use for it. So go ahead.
Well, I was sniffing around on TMI this morning, just looking at items, and I saw an item called scrap, which I thought was quite interesting. So I did a bit of research, and apparently you can make it from anything. So I thought, as Def Condor was saying, rather than wasting our mats in the lava pool down here, all we would need to do would be to take a little branch off using the regular piping, pop it into 2 recyclers, which are these machines up here, and then power them with an advanced cell. Now, I've also found that the power requirement for the recycler is very, very marginal. So each one of these cells is currently supporting not only the recycler, but a 5 times overclocker upgrade. So basically, as fast as I can hit it with items, it recycles them into the possibility of a scrap. Now, if you get 9 scraps, pipe them along this piping system here into an automatic crafting table and lay out the 9 scraps in advance, your crafting table will automatically produce you scrap boxes, which are then obviously fed along using the redstone powering, so it's nice and free, into the little crystal chest at the end here. You can see that we've just set this up, I think probably 15 minutes ago.
Yeah.
We've already got 39. It's a reasonably efficient system, but obviously, you know, we're only using cobble at the moment. So if you wanted to put the sand and the dirt and, you know, other items that you don't need so much of, you could probably support off of your quarrying system maybe 4 recyclers. So that would double the rate that we've seen so far. But the interesting thing, if you take
Let's go and show him.
Take those down and just game mode 0 it.
Yeah.
It's
Going to.
basically taking all of the cobblestone, which normally just costs you money in sort of making thousands of storage chests, and turns it into a random chance at what appears at this point to be any item. Now, I've had a diamond out of it, Death Condor's had an emerald out of it, redstone, netherrack, dusts, as you can see there, rubber's coming out. You get an abundance of very low grade tools, which obviously you
Ooh,
could.
what's that?
That is a sapphire.
So we just got a sapphire. Just literally all you're doing is right-clicking on the ground with the scrap box, and it uses it up. I'm in game mode 0, so it's not using the ones up I've got, but it's right-clicking on the ground, and literally you get. It just creates all of these items.
It's a
Look
loot
at that.
fountain.
It's a loot fountain for what was cobble. How awesome is that? Thank you very much, Vape.
Well, it cures our redstone and dust acquirement problems.
It
And
does indeed.
every now and again, you get nice sort of gear out of it as well. I've had some nice tools. You've got a gold helmets landed there as well. I mean,
And you can imagine how much cobble we're going to get out of this quarry. I mean, that's a lot of cobble.
64 by 4 by 64 by however deep it is. What
Yeah,
level are we at?
we're
67.
yeah, that's a lot.
That's a lot of multiplication.
That's like 12,000 or ridiculous.
But we were throwing this loot
120,000.
away. We've
Yeah.
played this map for probably 80 hours now, and 80 hours worth of loot, well, 75 hours worth of loot has been thrown away when we could have turned it into the loot fountain.
It is our test world. As soon as we go into our Red Power 2 new world, we will be using that recycler to begin with, and I suspect the diamond filter that we've got on this system at the moment, because we were worried the ender chest was basically going to get overloaded because it's there's quite a lot going through here, and the diamond filter that we've got on basically down the black column was destroying any sandstone, dirt, sand, gravel, and cobble, and any leaves as well, because we've set this quarry up above the trees. That black piping was going down into a lava pool just to kill it, because we didn't want to store all of that. But now, as you can see, Vape's moved the cobble into the grey one, and that's going up to the recycling. We could very easily set up, 2 more pipes coming off here. One for, say, the sand going to a crafting table that makes it into glass, and we could have sand and dirt going over to a table for creating humus for peat farms, which, to be honest, we found pretty useless, but still. There's always seems to be a use for things, so at the moment we're just destroying those, and but yeah, recycling for the win. So I think that's probably a good point to wrap up, don't you think?
Yeah, I think we're pretty clear on there.
Cheers, guys. Enjoy, and Merry Christmas to all.